So on to the next mission. The next mission is Taris. How much do you know about the destruction of Romulus, Commander? The initial explosion did not occur in the Romulus system. It was in the Hobus system, which had planets being mined for decalithium. The supernova acted counter to almost all we know about this type of phenomena. The initial explosion converted the mass of the planets it consumed into energy, which then traveled through subspace. Ultimately, the Romulus system was destroyed, and along with it, the Romulan homeworld. Unchecked, the force of this chain reaction detonation could have threatened the entire quadrant. It was Ambassador Spock who sealed the rift by using red matter to create an artificial black hole. Until recently, the cause of the supernova was a mystery. However, the nascent Romulan Republic, our new ally, has shared information with us that Taris, former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, may have been responsible for the Hobus supernova. They attempted to apprehend her, but she escaped through an Iconian gateway. Yep, that actually happened. That's a mission. Recently, the Romulan Republic has discovered new information that could help us track down Taris. We want you to rendezvous with the RRV Lacet. Ah, yes, the RRV Lacet, the new flagship of the Romulan Republic fleet, and provide any assistance you can. I was just looking at that name and I thought, hey, it looks remarkably similar to the name of the flagship, but it's not quite. Is that how you write Lisette? Well, apparently it is. Haven't seen it written down many times, mostly just spoken in dialogue. We can choose a lot of shield types. Well, okay, could always use a new shield. And let's see where we need to go. Transwarp to the Iota Pavonis sector lock. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna pay that much. Sure. Iota Pavonis. A little bit far, but I'm sure we can leg it. Certainly for 12k energy credits. Considering, assuming you're a new character, definitely not worth it to pay that much to get there. Let's see. Only been using funds that I've been able to procure on this engineer, so 89k so far. Yeah, not worth it. Weird icon glitch here. Really looking forward to that Galaxy class starship. But we need 5,297 skill points, which reminds me, how much are we getting for this one? We'll have to do 2 more missions before we can revel in Galaxy starship glory. Okay. Warp to Alpha Centauri. Iota Pavonis. Let's see. Regarding, yeah, there's also an Ambassador class support cruiser retrofit, so I could for tier 5 ships, so I could actually keep flying this little Ambassador class design if I wanted to when I reach max level, which would be pretty sweet. But I'm kind of looking forward to, let's see, where is it? Lots of starships. Sadly, in order to make this tiered system on the store, they actually took out the much more useful faction tabs. So now every faction is lumped together. Let's see, so where are the Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser? There we go. Galaxy X. This one is what I want to be flying. I don't really like the third warp nacelle there, but it's a pretty pretty strong refit of the Galaxy class for Vice Admiral tier, and you get a... wait a minute. The Dreadnought Exploration Cruiser is equipped with a massive spinal phaser lance. Ooh, that's what I'm looking for. And a cloaking device console. That's kind of funky though. I really want the phaser lance. And the fact that I would be flying a Galaxy refit at max level. That would be awesome. I think there's also a pack.
On a forgotten world, a shadow of great evil lurks, waiting for the chance to strike. The truth behind the destruction of the Romulus system may be the harbinger of the greatest threat the Federation has ever faced.
Thank you, Mr. Spock. Let's see. What is a bundle? Blah 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 blah. There used to be a Galaxy bundle. Galaxy exploration. Strange. Apparently there is no Galaxy bundle now. Odd. I'll have to look into it maybe later. Anyway, we are at the Phobos system, the site of the supernova explosion that destroyed Romulus and Remus in 2387, which I still think is a really bad story decision. Current theories suggest that the explosion ruptured subspace and that the energy from the blast traveled through subspace at speeds much greater than the speed of light. Because this is the only known incident of this happening, it has been of great interest to Federation scientists. Catherine Janeway led the first expedition to study the Phobos cinder in 2388. Oh, hello, Moon Reborn, and thank you for the follow. Always glad to see new people. Now we are at Taris. Sir, we have arrived in the Phobos system. Oh, no, the mission is named Taris. I keep forgetting it's the name of a Romulan, Praetor Taris. I think she was actually in the Nemesis movie. Was that her? We've arrived at the Phobos system. We are being hailed by the RRV Lisette. On screen.
It is a pleasure to be working with you. I heard about how you got your first command. Well done. Not every officer could have stood up to the Borg like you did.
Sorry, Moon Reborn says, and your accent is amazing. Well, thanks, I guess. Usually try to not have an accent, but if I have an accent and it's amazing, well, that's great. I usually find that English accents go over best on anything online though, so maybe I should try to fake one. But my Sean Connery hasn't been good for a few years. I heard about okay, the pleasure is mine,
Agents
Commander.
working for the Romulan Republic have recovered definite proof that Taris, or persons working for Taris, were responsible for the Phobos supernova that destroyed the homeworld. Our agent spoke to Taris. She claimed that she was deceived by Hakiv. But that does not excuse her culpability in the destruction of 2 inhabited worlds and the deaths of millions.
Billions, actually.
Our agent tells us that Taris believes her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus. So not only is she a killer, she's insane.
Moon Reborn says, I'm from the UK and I love hearing other countries' accents. Well, that kind of explains it. So thank you again. What do you suggest we do about her?
Taris cannot be allowed to commit even greater crimes in an attempt to fix her mistake. My intelligence officer, Lieutenant Gaius Celan, has intercepted communications that may allow us to locate Taris and finally bring her to justice. I'll let him explain in greater detail.
This is actually nice because for the Romulan quest line, like I said, you do that quest in which Taris escapes through the Iconian gateway, and after which you don't really hear anything about her anymore, and I was always wondering what the hell happened to her. So it seems that in the Federation questline we're about to find out, which is very, very nice.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Lieutenant Gaius Salon of the Romulan Republic. There are certain pleasantries that are customary in these circumstances. However, I'm choosing to skip those. We have much to do. Recently, the Republic intercepted a transmission from a group of Remans in the Hobus system. These Remans have remained loyal to Taris, the former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, who was deposed by Sela. While the transmission was not unusual, its origin point was. The Hobus system is under strict quarantine. However, a previous team uncovered a mining facility at one of the planetary fragments. We believe that the Reman loyalists may have returned to this facility to continue their efforts.
Why is it under quarantine, Mr. Suave Borg?
The Hobus system is the origin point of the supernova and subsequent subspace explosion, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. It is still, as you say, a hot zone. The Remans loyal to Taris are using the quarantine as a cover to resume their operations in the system. The transmission we intercepted was addressed to Commander Aranhu, a Reman who is the captain of Taris's personal guard. He must be the liaison to the forces in the Hobus system.
What do you suggest?
The direct approach. If
Blow him
we
up.
confront the
All right.
forces in the Hobus system, who are in violation of both Federation and Romulan Republic mandates by their very presence there, they will send a call for assistance to Commander Aranhu. Once he arrives, we simply follow him. It is likely that he will lead us back to Taris.
That's not quite direct, but okay. A sound
I'm
plan.
sorry to interrupt, but I've just received emergency orders from Republic Command and must respond. Gaius can transport to your ship and help you complete the mission. We'll return as soon as we can.
Meh. 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 Investigate Hobus system. Approach planetary fragment Alpha.
Some very rare minerals in the system, as well as the presence of protomatter. It is possible that Taris used the materials here to construct her weapon.
Again, not in the right chat tab. Okay. Moon Reborn says, I am cringing at the fake southern UK accent he is trying to do, the voice actor. The planetoid's core contains trace signs of protomatter, sir. We should get a sample. Scanners are also picking up some odd readings from some of the icy asteroids near the core. Recommend we investigate them as well. Collect samples of the planetoid core and the icy asteroids. Prepare to collect a sample. Okay, collect a sample. Next, scan the icy fragments. We're gonna get some nice interstellar ice. Then we're gonna get some whiskey. We're gonna put the ice in the whiskey, and then we're gonna die of toxins. Interstellar poisoning. Confirmed, sir. These fragments are decalithium. Well, it's a good thing we didn't put them in our whiskey then, isn't it? If we can locate a supply of Tikasite, that means Taris could have had all the ingredients she needed to build the device right in this system. It is still circumstantial evidence unless we can tie it her to directly somehow. Okay, maybe tie it to her. Collecting a sample would be crucial. I recommend that we scan for Tikasite deposits. Retrieve a sample and set course for the next planetary fragment. Very well. Captain, Riemann ships decloaking. Well, those should be friendly. Those are Romulan ships. Those are not Riemann ships, those are Romulan ships. Just so you know, just so you know. Tavaro. Wow. So accurate. for a disco party, though. Pew pew, motherfuckers. Yeah. And any day now it will tell me to warp. Any day now. Oh, it's still on the same map? Ah, I thought it was a different map. Alrighty then. Sometimes they do that on a different map, sometimes they do it on the same map. Perhaps this time it would have been more predictable than actually let on, but there is a lot of inconsistency in the way quests work in STO usually. So I'm detecting high levels of Tekasite in this planetary fragment. Tekasite was one of the substances Starfleet believes was used in the creation of the weapon that triggered the Hobos supernova. First character on Star Trek Online, asks Moon Reborn. No, actually it's a new alt I'm making. Have three characters past level 50. My main is a Romulan. Okay, continue. Collect sample, but I have never had an engineer before. Travel to planetary fragment Gamma.
The materials are all here. Our agent located Taris on planetary fragment Gamma. We should continue our search there.
I see. Always wanted to try an engineer because they seem to have very interesting ground abilities. Turrets and mines and shield generators. Orbital strike, now that's gonna be fun. We're gonna get orbital strike at level 34. Starting to be a little bit skeptical about possibly getting that today though, because the latest missions have been pretty stingy on EXP. Scanners are detecting some kind of shield covering a large crater on the surface of planetary fragment Gamma, Captain. The system is supposed to be under quarantine, but clearly there is some activity. We should get a scan of the shield. Very well. It's somewhere up here. Okay. Sir, our scan has triggered automated defense systems, and the Riemann ship is decloaking. They are hailing us. Okay, answer the hail. No voice acting here. Your presence here is a violation of the quarantines established by at least 3 sovereign governments. Explain your purpose. We're here investigating your unauthorized presence in this system. What's your excuse? I serve the Romulan Star Empire and its true leader, Taris. That is the only authorization I require. That is most unfortunate. Sir, if we can disable the Sitesh, it's possible we may be able to lure out Aranhu to investigate. My thoughts exactly. Not really, but if you say so. Okay. So the Deredex, very nice. I do love that ship design, the Deredex. I was actually thinking of playing a Romulan engineer just to have access to the Deredex. However, having access to a Galaxy class cruiser was a much better idea in the end. Also, for Romulans, the cruiser options are really rather limited, so it would basically be the Deredex or nothing else.
Fragment will conceal the ship's energy signature. If we hide in the asteroids near it and mask our energy signature, I predict that Aranhu will approach to investigate further and be unable to detect us.
Alright, Mr. Smarty Pants, we'll do just that. Actually, it's not entirely accurate. There are other cruiser-class ships for the Romulan Republic, but they are basically just made-up ships. They're ships that they created for STO, and they're not actually that interesting. So I completely no. The ship choice in general is better on Starfleet, so that's why I created a Starfleet Engineer for my engineer career. Mask energy signature. We were attacked by Starfleet saboteurs. They appear to have left. And now they cloak again.
Interesting. This is exactly like scenario 2247B.
Of course.
I thought scenario 1849K would be a more likely option.
Astute.
I should incorporate this data into my modeling projections. Nevertheless, we should now be able to follow Aranhu's trail. He should lead us right to Taris.
Let's hope so. Aranhu's ship has gone to warp, sir. Shall we follow? Of course. Moon Reborn says, well, you picked good. I use an engineering character as well as my main, level 60, very good for space and ground. Space, good power levels and heals, ground turrets, shield heals, and of course orbital strike. And I did enjoy flying the Galaxy class and Sovereign class a lot. Yep, well, good to know, good to know. My first actual main character was a Klingon tactical officer. And then my current main is a Romulan tactical officer. I have to say though that I'm a little bit disappointed by tactical officers lately. It seems like every other class can still do as much damage, if not more, and then have even more survivability, so I don't know why anyone would play a tactical officer these days. It's kind of funky. Maybe that's just me. Sir Commander, Aranhu's trail led here to the Iconia system. This is another system that's off limits to normal traffic, so any activity here is a cause for concern. Recommend we investigate. That large crater looks like a likely place to start. Alrighty, let's go scan the large crater. That is a large crater. I'm not detecting Aranhu's ship. Shouldn't it be in orbit somewhere? He has most likely cloaked. The technology I use to track him is not localized enough to detect the ship, only follow a general trail. That crater seems large enough to trigger an extinction event on this planet. What Starfleet ship design do you prefer? Galaxy or Sovereign class? Asks Moon Reborn. This is important. We're pausing the mission. This is a very important question. So, I'm guessing you don't mean the actual stats in the game. This is a tough question. Now, the Galaxy class is the TNG, the Next Generation Classic. The Sovereign class is the TNG Movie Classic. Or, it's not the Movie Classic, it's for the latest. I like the Sovereign class because it's sleek and kind of new. But I will have to side with the Galaxy class. I do like the classics. And I do love the series more than I love the movies. So, definitely Galaxy. Scan the crater. Sir, we're picking up a large shield protecting a structure of some type. The shield is using a modified cloaking device. If I hadn't been scanning for large amounts of tachyon particles, I would have never found it. Demon ships decloaking, they're hailing us on screen.
Federation ship. I am Commander Shanclado of the Riemann starship Intraku. Your presence here could be considered an act of war. Leave immediately, or we will open fire.
We have no intention of leaving.
That is unfortunate, Starfleet.
Our
conflict is not with you. Commander Arahu has charged me with securing this installation at all costs. Praetor Taris must be allowed to complete her work. And you have already seen too much.
Are you sure you're wearing a bandana over your face? I can only see your eyes. I mean, I'll never be able to identify you. Though, if you're dead, it won't matter. Red alert. IRV in Thrakhu. Are you actually going to come this way? Flying over? Maybe today, tomorrow, sometime? Come on, I have a delicious broadside for you, all prepared. No? He's gonna make it difficult. Fine, if you wanna be that way. I'll bring the broadside to you. There you go. Told you it would be delicious. And nutritious. Just not for your shields or hull or your crew or... Okay, it's only nice for me, I admit.
I took the liberty of accessing the intercrew systems before it was destroyed. I managed to download the access codes for the planetary shield. I believe we should be able to use them to lower the shield and reach the surface.
Excellent work, Lieutenant. Transmit the codes. The codes that Lieutenant Celan procured have lowered the base's shields. That will allow us to transport an away team to the structure underneath the surface. Are you ready to beam down? Not quite, because I have fat loots to get. Go away. Take items. Just quantum mines. Oh well. Beam down now. Moon Reborn says, best movie in my opinion is... Just a second.
Reading life signs, sir. Multiple Remans and 1 Romulan. Our quarry could be just ahead.
Best movie in my opinion is Star Trek Nemesis. Picard actually rams that scimitar. One of the best plot and visual things out of all the Star Trek movies, but that's just my opinion. You know what? I would generally agree that Nemesis was a good movie, but Data dies. So fuck that shit. Because Data was my favorite character. I do like Picard though. I like Picard a lot more as I get older. But when I was a kid and watching that series, I loved Data. So Data dies, movie sucks. Fuck you. Okay. Let's see.
Starfleet! How did they find us?
They must have followed me, Praetor. I will deal with them.
No, I need your help with the gateway. Send your guards.
I do like First Contact.
They appear to have been attempting to merge Iconian and Romulan technology. Perhaps in an attempt to reactivate the gateway network. We should access that console and attempt to open the door.
Acknowledged. I do like First Contact, but I've heard that some of my fleet mates have the opinion that it's vastly overrated, so having my little doubts about it these days. That movie is... well, okay. It's obvious that movie is nice because Data has a major role in it. So yeah. Access database. Also Picard's speech, but I guess that's what my fleet mates refer to as being highly overrated about that movie. Access ship logs. Full access granted. There are logs here of shipments to and from the base in the Hobos system, as well as schematics for several devices that are similar to recovered Iconian technology. According to the data, there also are stores of Tekasite, Necalithium, and Protomatter on this level. These stores have the same quantum signatures as the elements you recovered from the Hobos system. You quickly download the data into your tricorder. This could be invaluable if Taris is brought to trial. I'm guessing she won't be, though. Access personal log, Praetor Taris. It has been decades, and still I find Hakiv's betrayal difficult to accept. He is Romulan. Treachery is his heritage, as it is mine. But to go to such lengths to destroy our world, it is too much to bear, even now. He told me the device would destroy Donatra, and I, like a fool, believed him. Ah, well, it did destroy Donatra, and also a few billion people. Generations was also a pretty good movie, yep. I haven't rewatched it enough, I think, but... and now those pathetic refugees from the Republic have told the entire quadrant that I am responsible for the destruction of Romulus and the reboot of the Star Trek franchise. I am basically dead. I should delete my Facebook and go in hiding. They don't understand. We should be allies. We want the same thing, says Taris. At least my people know the truth. Aranhu is a rock. I find it strange that Remans are now my only companions, but perhaps they understand loyalty more than any of us. I rely on... I rely upon him to help me continue my work. What? Who? You said plural. Oh, okay, fucking hell. The Iconians can restore all that is lost. I know it. I just need to make them see that I am worthy. The Dark Masters have responded to my pleas for assistance with dread silence. My only recourse is to harness their technology for myself. When I can step through the gateway and meet them as an equal, I am confident that they will turn back time and make everything as it was before. Yeah, sure. The base in the Hobo system is lost to me, but the quarantine holds. Aranhu can use it as cover to collect the protomatter and bring it back to me. I see. Sela is looking for me, so is the Republic. If only I could make them see I am our people's last hope. And unlock the blast doors. I was not paying attention to that part. So, access ship logs. Psi 816. Unlock blast doors. Psi 816. Oh, for fuck's sake! I wasn't paying attention to those parts. I was just reading the text. Okay, so we have Psi 816 and we have Omicron 214. Okay, okay, good, good. Unlock blast doors. Omicron 214. Very good. Log off. Hello. Speaking of movies, what do you think about the rebooted movies, Moon Reborn? Do you like them? Do you hate them? And why do you hate them? Okay, I'm just I'm assuming things. Uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Shielded. Mortars. Just step over here. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Just a little bit closer. Or just stand there and take my mortars. Sure, that works too. Uh-oh, this is a cool boss, actually. Nice. Uh-oh. It's just me and him. Oh. Cool. Almost all of my team was down right there.
I have it. What?
What?
No! Traitors!
Well, that happened. Okay, where the hell are my other people? We have Flores over here. Stop shooting until we actually get everyone resurrected. Ah, for fuck's sake, Mortar. You disappoint me. I made you and now you betray me.
Enemy target
Hello. Have some mines. Don't want some mines? Come on, they're delicious. Shit. Okay. I'm still alive. Confront Taris. Alrighty.
Enough. You have won. And in winning, you have doomed the Romulan people.
Taris, under the authority of Starfleet, you are under arrest for war crimes, committing an act of genocide and crimes against the galaxy.
They were not my crimes. I was betrayed by Hakim. And now those crimes will never be undone. I hope you realize that in stopping me, you have doomed billions of Romulans to remain dead. Now you shall live with that guilt, as I have.
Actually, no, because you're delusional. Even now you deny the truth of your role in the destruction of your people. You were blinded by your own lust for power, and you killed those people as surely as if you had pulled the trigger yourself. Grotius, lock onto Taris and beam her directly to the brig.
Before we leave, may I suggest we look for evidence of the materials we discovered at Hobus? They will undoubtedly prove vital at Taris' trial. We should also overload the gateway and make certain it can never be used again.
Agreed. Alright, so we have this container over here. The Tekasite contains energy signatures that correspond to the Tekasite deposits we scanned in the Hobo system, Captain. Tekasite is an explosive compound Starfleet believes was present in the device that triggered the Hobo supernova. And if it's here, it could be connected. Alrighty. Ooh, weapons. Let's take them all. No? Boring. Nothing in this room? Oh, it's even an invisible wall. Well, how lovely. Iconian gateway. There's something below us. Apparently there's something below us. Strange. Sir, this protomatter appears to come from the Hobo system. Although there are several uses for protomatter, it is often used for explosive devices. It was also present in the debris from the device that triggered the Hobo supernova. Protomatter was used in the Genesis device. It's powerful, but extremely dangerous. Collect the calcium sample. This decalithium appears to have come from the same source as the decalithium we discovered in the Hobo system. These links will be important evidence in Taris' trial. The evidence is stacking up, isn't it? Just like these boxes. Overload the gateway circuitry. Okay. Sir, the gateway has been programmed to overload, and there's no way to stop it. We need to return to the Grotius before this happens. ASAP. This guy will stay behind to die bravely for no reason. Excellent. Taris is in the brig, Captain, and all the evidence we found has been logged and secured. Now we just need to deliver it and her to a safe location. Set a course out of the system. Right to the edge of the system. Why am I being timed? Oh, there we go. That's a rather big ship with some big horns. Sir, that's the Leafal, the ship of Sela herself. She's hailing us.
How nice to see you again. I feel like we are becoming old friends. I will admit that your previous attempts to thwart my plans have been irritating. But your actions today have more than made up for those petty annoyances. Taris still has her loyalists among my people. An open move against her would have been a distraction from my greater plans.
I'll
But you
work for
played the
you.
pawn perfectly. I could not have asked for a more obedient tool. Now, if you will transport Taris to my ship, we can avoid any unpleasantness.
I could never be friends with a monster like you. Or always a pleasure, Empress. Let's go with the insulting option, because Grimo is not very tactful. Yay! Friends. Answer the hail from the USS Belfast.
The Lisette informed us that you might need some assistance with the prisoner transport. Good thing we brought some backup.
Thanks, Captain Sean.
Taris is wanted by the Romulan Star Empire for high treason and war crimes against the Romulan people. The Empire is the legitimate government of the Romulan people, and I demand you turn this terrorist over for trial and punishment.
You make an excellent point, but I'm afraid since we captured her, we must maintain custody. You are welcome to submit an extradition request to the Office of the Federation President. Taris' actions did not just impact Romulus and Romulan worlds, her alleged crimes were against the entire quadrant. You will be welcome to attend and even testify at her trial, or perhaps we could establish an interplanetary tribunal of those impacted by the Phobos supernova. For now, she will remain in Starfleet custody. Or turn her over for a sham trial and swift execution? Sorry, Sela, but the Federation has an ancient ideal we call due process. And I'm gonna re-chat in a little bit. So, of course, the most smart-ass option here would be the first one. So that's what we're picking.
You are a disappointment. Nevertheless, you did remove Taris from the game, and for that I am grateful. Consider your decisions more carefully the next time we meet. I can be a powerful ally, or I can be your worst enemy.
Yes, you can be worst at being my enemy. I agree. You are the epitome of generosity, Empress Sela. You're not the kind of ally I need, or I had hoped our people could find peace. Perhaps that is not possible. This is too straightforward. I wish there was another option, something more smarty pants. But let's go with the straightforward one. Transport Taris to the USS Belfast, or we could just keep her and take her to Earth ourselves? Maybe? You do know that transporter signals can be intercepted.
Transfer successful. Taris is safely secured in the brig. We can take it from here. One more thing. We're detecting some unusual energy residue from the surface. Our databases identify it as Iconian.
Yes, there was an Iconian gateway on the surface. A group of Remans used it to escape.
Do you have any idea where they went?
We only caught a glimpse, but it looked like some kind of Romulan station. Commander, the Lisette is decloaking. They are hailing us. Oh, so they were here. Very nice of them. I was going to be really disappointed if they let us do all their dirty work, which would have been kind of bleh.
Looks like we missed all the excitement, but I have been monitoring your progress. On behalf of the Romulan Republic, I would like to thank you and your crew for your assistance. I am confident that the Federation will provide more than adequate security for Taris until her trial can be arranged. You can transport Gaius back to the Lisette as soon as you are ready.
A pleasure, Commander. Transporter room, you are cleared to send Lieutenant Ceylon back to the Lisette. We have completed our tasks here, sir. Are you ready to set a new course? Very well, let's depart the system. Anything interesting, though? Just resources, by the looks of it. Okay. So, regarding the movies, Moon Reborn goes on to say, not really a fan. I would have preferred a more canon-based movie series. I think it was way too in what would call teen-oriented, and the timeline just does not fit. They tried too hard to make Star Trek cool for the younger generations. Back to the mission. We have much to consider, Commander. If the destruction of the Romulan homeworld was a deliberate act, not only was it mass murder, but that one event has been a major cause of the destabilization of the Alpha Quadrant over the past 40 years, not to mention the light that it casts on the internal struggles of the Romulan people. This one horrible act set off a chain of reactions that could change the Alpha Quadrant forever. Thank you, J.J. Abrams. We must know who did this and why. We already do. The interrogations of Taris will no doubt lead to many truths. More water for voice subsystems, Captain. Voice subsystems operational again. But I am troubled by these Remans. Why did they turn on Taris? And where did they go? Probably went home or something. Let's see. So generally I would agree with Moon Reborn's points regarding the J.J. Abrams movies, but my problem with the movies is I like Star Trek movies in general, but only because they go along with the series. So you can have a nice compact adventure with characters you already like, but the reboot is only movies, so you don't really have time to like the characters, the new characters, unless you're really attached to the old series and you associate the new characters to the old series, even though they're actually not really the same characters. This one would be a nice shield. Meh. So I don't really like the new movies because there's nothing to get attached to in them. They're just hard action. No real meaningful character growth. No actual Star Trek adventures. Pretty much no moral conflicts or anything of that matter, unless you want to consider really shoehorned topics as such. This one would be pretty nice. Shield regeneration would be good for a cruiser, though. And the best shield regeneration is in this one. My. So many shields, so many options. So, for me personally, if they want me to care about the new movies, they would have to start making a new series. And I'm pretty sure they're never going to have the actors from the movies agree to act in a series, in a television series. Or hey, maybe, who knows. Maximum shield capacity. Let's just get this one and we'll decide later if I want to use it or not. Destruction detective, very nice. Oh, so close to 30. Can I just please get my galaxy ship? Greetings, Commander. I'm very busy right now. Please contact me later. I didn't. So stop calling me, okay?